Howdy do there, everyone. My name is Pear, howdy, and recently I have been sort of feeling very nostalgic about my childhood because I was born in 2004, so a lot of my childhood was in the 2010s, 10 years of it to be exact. Anyway, I wanted to go back and I wanted to take a nostalgia trip with you guys who may have grown up or may have not. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. But today I found a tier list here which kind of has a lot of things that I know and a lot of things I don't know. So we're just going to go ahead and first begin with how I'm going to rank this thing. S, best thing. D, I hate it and it should burn in a running piece of hell. B is going to be where I just put anything that I have no opinion on. So just to keep it middle of the road, no opinion. There we go. Yeah, I got it. Open onion. So I guess we'll go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and remove the ones that I do not know whatsoever. And, okay. There we go. Anything else is all shit that I know or stuff that I wish I didn't know, but I know because I grew up in this era. So let's go ahead and get into the actual reviews. And I'm going to try to tell stories along the way if I can. So I want to start with the first one because it's the first one on the list. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, I did not play this game as much as probably everyone else did because I kind of grew up more on Black Ops, the original, because that was when I was old enough to play those games and I thought they were so fucking cool. But I do have this game, and I'm trying to adjust my microphone. I do have this game, and it was super fun to play. Even still, it still is a great game. Overall, S tier. Next up is a Nintendo DS. Now, I have a story to tell for these. Me and Nintendo DSs do not get along very well. Not because I don't like them, because they don't like me. Now, let me get this very clear. I love Nintendo DSs. I grew up on them a lot. When I was on a car trip, this is what I played. But the problem is that me being a stupid kid, I broke them so often. I probably broke 11 or so before my parents were like, yeah, we're just gonna stop doing that. So yeah, no more DS for you. And the last time I broke it, I remember I was probably like teen, and I left it at my grandma's house, and it got left in the rain. So yeah, that's fun. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an S tier just because I had a lot of games I really miss playing, which actually ties into our second to next one. So we're just gonna put Angry Bird in C tier, or A tier, because it's a good game, but not as good as maybe Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And as I was saying, it has a tie-in to Bakugan, which I'm gonna give a straight S tier. First thing I ever collected, favorite game series that I ever played on. Can't remember what it's called. I have it somewhere. But I have two Bakugan games for the DS. I have Bakugan Defenders of the Core and Bakugan, I think Battle Brawlers is what it's called. I loved Battle Brawlers so much. It was so much fun. I thought it was the coolest shit ever. So yeah, S tier. Next is Ben 10. I don't even need to give this thing an S tier just because of the show itself. That theme song deserves an S in itself. We all know that song, that theme song, that wonderful motherfucking theme song. You cannot deny just how fucking of a banger it was. It was so fucking catchy and funny. I can't even deny it. It was a good song. And you know what? He's no ordinary kid. He's pear, howdy. Okay, moving on. All right, so next up is Lego Bionicles. This was the first Lego I ever owned, and I have sort of an interesting story about it. So S tier first off. I thought the show's pretty okay. I haven't seen much of it, but from what I've seen, I actually kind of liked it. If it was a show, I can't remember. I could be wrong. But listen. Story goes, in like the 5th grade, I at my school was a Boys and Girls Club. Now, at that Boys and Girls Club, they were holding a chess tournament. Now, I know that sounds kind of boring. Be aware, we were winning for cash. I'm talking $50 for a 5th grader if you got first prize. And you want to know which lucky motherfucker got first prize? Barely, but I got it. It was, without a doubt, the coolest thing that ever happened to me in elementary school. So much fun. I blew it like the next day on Legos, and it happened to be it was this one. Yeah, this one right here. This one, right? Yeah, I remember this one. This one was fucking sick. It's $134 fucking dollars now? Fucking damn. Now this, I cannot remember, but I know what it is, so I'm gonna give it an 8. I remember this. It was like Foursquare, I think it was called. And I don't remember anything about it, but I remember playing it a lot with my friends in middle school or in elementary school, maybe? I don't know, but I do remember this, and it was fun. So yeah, A tier for that. Cars, S tier, straight up. Music, a banger. Mater, kind of annoying, but kind of funny in the first movie. Second movie we don't talk about, and I haven't watched the third movie, but I actually had an Xbox game that I had. We'll go back to Xbox later, but when I had an Xbox 360, I played the Cars game, and that one was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Next up is Club Penguin. I think people are not gonna like my opinion about this. I've never played it. I'm gonna put it in the B category. The reason I'm putting it in the category, or why I didn't do it in the beginning, is because I know what the fuck it is. I just wanted to give you a more lay it on ya like this. I have never played Club Penguin before. I wish I could have, but I was too addicted to Roblox back in the day and Animal Jam to do that shit. So yeah, moving on. Crazy Frog, I think is what this dude is. I'm gonna put him on the C tier. I don't know much about him, but I remember the song, and it's kind of been stuck in my head for like the past 10 minutes. And it's kind of annoying, so yeah, we're gonna move along now before I start singing it out loud like I did with Ben 10. Nerf War, A tier. I would give it an S, but I twisted my ankle once at a friend's house while we were playing a Nerf War. That was not fun. I assure you, that hurt a lot. Brought the night to a fucking close right there. Let's see, where are we? Ah, yes, Eggo. I don't know. I'm not really a big waffle person. They're not bad. I mean, I've had Eggos before, but what else am I supposed to say? They're waffles. I'll give them an A tier, why not? Wait, the Eggo has a Nerf gun. Okay, moving on. Next up is and I have to whisper that because it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm gonna give that an A tier because I remember I used to listen to that a lot when that was like a big thing, you know, when it was at the top of its popularity. I remember that. There's only one that I remember off the top of my head, and it's Albert Einstein. Stephen Hawking. And maybe another one, but I don't remember fully, but I remember that one because I loved that one. So yeah, A tier on that. S tier, or next thing is S tier. It's FNAF. I have to put this out. When I was in like elementary school and maybe early middle school, this was the franchise that I spent a lot of time listening to. This was like my thing. I had a lot of great memories from this, especially with YouTubers, you know, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, 8-Bit Ryan, Corey Kenshin, Dashi, all of those YouTubers, and a lot of other ones, maybe with another couple games. But FNAF was definitely one of the first things that got me really into YouTube as a whole, and really kind of gave me that love of YouTubers and that idea to maybe, you know, hey, do this one day. And look, here I am. Whoa. So yeah, I also have two of the 3 books over there, and I hate the fact that I don't have the third one. But when I tried to find the third one in a bookstore, I can only find them in sets, and I don't want to replace my originals. So yeah, moving on. Next up is Fred. Now, I know people are going to find this one a little weird. I'm going to kind of put him, if there was a B tier, I would. I should make this B tier, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to give him an A. A is kind of like, Stands for, yes, I remember that. It was okay, I guess. Reason being, I've never watched his YouTube channel. I know he was a YouTuber. I didn't actually know he was a YouTuber. I thought he was just like some random Nickelodeon celebrity. I think it was Nickelodeon, right? But I actually remember liking those movies. I haven't watched them in a while, but I do remember that they weren't awful. They were kind of annoying, but I thought they were okay. So not much else to say. I don't know. I could be wrong, and I could be putting him in the A category for no reason, but yeah. Moving along. Next up is Gundam Style. This one I'm also kind of putting in the same category. It was an okay song, but not much else to say there. Except for my brother and my dad fucking loved it when it was at the height of popularity. We all did the thing, you know, whatever that dance is called. Everyone did it at one point. And then there's the Gummy Bear, same shit, except I'm gonna put him in the same category because I kind of found him annoying too. That song was kind of annoying to me. Next up is another kind of thing that people might find a little controversial. It's Halo 3. Never played it. Never played a Halo game, ever. Doesn't matter. Just never played them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. I don't think this is Halo related, but it could be wrong, so I'm just gonna put it there too. Because I don't fucking know. Alright. So yeah, I've never played a Halo game. And the reason being is because when I had an Xbox 360, I was playing Cars and Gears of War. Two very contrasting games, but eventually I had this Xbox here. And if you know anything about the white versions of the Xboxes, they eventually broke. Mine did, and I eventually got a PS3, and I now have a PS4 sitting nice over there. All right, moving on. Happy Wheels, another S tier game that got me into YouTube. Because, let's be honest, a load of YouTubers play this. Jacksepticeye is the first one that comes into my head because of that song, All the Way. You know, all the way, the fucking victory town. I'm not trying to get copyrighted, so I'm just gonna stop. But I do remember this, I remember this game so much. It was all over the internet, everywhere. And I'm glad to see that it's still going. Not as much as maybe it did back in the day, but it's still going in some areas. Maybe I'll play it for a video. You know, who knows? Next up is Ice Age. I would put it in the A tier for the movies, but I'm gonna give it an S tier because I really liked when the animation studio was going out of business, or I think they were being merged. They were about to be disbanded, whatever you want to say. I remember they did an animation where the dude here, I don't know why I pointed at the screen. I pointed at the screen like I have a camera. But yeah, I remember they finally let him get the big nut he was trying to get. Yeah, nothing much else to say there. Next up is Tobuscus. I'm not sure. I don't know. No opinion here. I only remember a song. I don't really know much about what happened to him. I know he's no longer a YouTuber. Yeah. I remember one song, and it's, what is it? Nugget biscuit, nugget and a biscuit. I remember a lot of YouTube songs. But yeah, just no opinion on that. Next up is Johnny Test. This was pretty much the show of the 2010s. It was everywhere all over Cartoon fucking Network, and it was everywhere. I loved it. My teenage self loved this shit, and I still do. I think it's an okay show. Sure, it maybe is not the best show out there. I mean, there's a lot of other good shows that came out around that time, like Adventure Time, regular show, which is not on this damn list, but deserve to be on this list. Maybe I'll do another video ranking TV shows. I don't know. All right, moving on. Next up is Kraft Mac and Cheese. No opinion. Not because it's bad, not because it's good. I just literally am in the middle about it. Next up is Lazy Town, S tier. I have not seen a lot of the show, but of course, we cannot talk about Lazy Town without talking about the We Are Number One meme and the unfortunate passing of no. I don't need to go to an article about junk food. Stefan Carl Stephenson. Rest in peace, man. Moving on. Minecraft, S tier. All the other YouTubers that I watched back in the day were on Minecraft. Dan TDM, SS Sunday when he was actually good. Let's see. Who else can I think of? Mumbo Jumbo. I think his name was Craig. I think his name was Craig. I could be wrong. I really cannot remember. No, I'm thinking of the mailman from Dan TDM. Let's see, what else can I think of? Fuck. Stampy Longhead. I'm Ballistic Squid, Atlantic Craft. I remember them. I remember another YouTuber. I don't know if anybody. When Hunger Games, Beijing Canadian, and all that. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go towards that territory anymore, because it brings me to the biggest Minecraft YouTuber at the time. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about that, and I'm just gonna reminisce about the good YouTubers. Like, I don't know if I said it or not, but popular MMOs back before all the, you know what. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Mario Kart Wii, never played it, even when I got my DS, my 2DS, because I could not afford a 3DS at the time. I did not even get Mario Kart for that. I instead got Yokai Watch, which was actually pretty good. Nothing too much else to say there. Next up is My Little Pony. Okay, no opinion. I don't give a shit about this show. Next up is Newgrounds. Also no opinion. Lego Ninjago S tier. I watched the earlier seasons, but I never finished it, and I remember a lot of it. It was a really good show. So yeah, really, really good show. Really, really good show. Next up is Neon Cat. D, fucking annoying. Annoying Orange. D, fucking annoying. I don't know what this thing is. I still do not know what this thing is. Please, someone tell me what this thing is. It's been staring at me this whole fucking time. And then there's PewDiePie. I don't know. No opinion. Never really watched him. I'm subscribed to him only because of that PewDiePie T-Series thing, and I was kind of on the side of PewDiePie. So yeah, nothing much else to say there. Moving on. Next up is Pokemon Platinum. I think this is talking about Pokemon games. I don't know if it's just talking about the specific version, so no opinion. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this finished up. We're almost done. Pop Tropica, S tier, fucking great site. Still love it to this day. I don't play it much anymore, but this game was definitely a huge part of my childhood. Next up is Plants vs. Zombies. A tier, fucking great. Next up is Friday. I remember this song. C tier, because it's not as annoying as these two things. This is okay. I thought it was kind of me. Next up is Captain Sparkles, another great Minecraft YouTuber that I always forget about. I think I'm subscribed to him right now. I could be wrong, but he was definitely a great YouTuber back in the day. And he still is. He's still making some pretty good shit. All right, moving on. Next up is, I think this is supposed to be YouTube Rewind. I never fucking watched him. Don't care. Shrek. A. I'm kind of rushing through these last ones because I don't really have opinions on much of them. A. It was an okay, but it's kind of been overused to the point where it's just kind of... eh. Yeah, that's how we'll describe it. Moving on. Next up is Silly Bands, S tier. I remember these all throughout elementary school and some parts of middle school, but these were definitely in my elementary school. They were everywhere. Next up is Slenderman. A tier? All right, moving on. Next up, Smosh. Don't give a shit about. Never really cared about them. I've only maybe watched one video from them, maybe. SpongeBob, A tier. Back in the day, it was really, really good, but has since kind of become a bit not really funny anymore. These things, I hate them. They can go to fucking hell for all I care, because these motherfucking things would maybe last one car trip, and then they would be covered in shit and wouldn't work. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you. All right, moving on. Up. A tier was one of my favorite movies from Pixar or Disney. Pixar, Disney, whatever. But Wall-E will always have the S tier. All right, moving on. Next up is Warheads. I once ate too many of these, and I got very, 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 very numb on my tongue for like a day, and that was not fun. But I'm still gonna give them an A tier because they were really fucking fun. My mouth is like telling me no more of these. It's looking at them and it's getting back bad memories. I think it's supposed to be whipping and nay-naying. I don't know, but I don't really give a shit about this. I remember the Wiggles. I know them. I've seen them before, but I don't really know much else. All right, moving on. These two, A tier, because Wii Sports and Wii was really fun when I went to my other grandma's house. And that was fun. Windows 7, we had it in our house for a while, and it was really fun playing the games like Boulder Bowling. Xbox, D tier, if it was the later consoles maybe, but these broke way too fucking easy. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! S tier because I love it. All right, well, that is it. I'm going to try to get this video done in right at 30 minutes. And so, yeah, that is it from me. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed. And until then, this has been me going through some nostalgia, saying, later.